seat. Anyways,
Yeah, I know.
it's fine. It's fine. Something go work, something must work. All right,
I mean, there always is still this space here, but
that's fine. If it gets uncomfortable,
huh?
so if it gets too uncomfortable after about 45
Yeah.
minutes, we'll see. We'll see.
I really did not talk about the What do you think about the giveaway? I guess we could just. I was told by some people
Yeah.
that
Here's
it
a
may
niche
not
thing.
have. Huh?
Wait, okay, go ahead. Go
It
ahead.
may not have been the best idea
Mm-hmm.
because it's 1,000 followers after seeing that after we took a year and
Yeah.
the number that we're at right now
Yeah.
to get 1,000 in a month, it's kind of like that's
yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, it's like you're trying a bit.
Yeah.
You're trying a bit hard, but
I was down for the giveaway because I'm like, it's something free.
yeah, just a little fun for people to participate.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I did when I saw the messages, because I did see the message and I was like, what? It's like, oh, Jabari probably talking to him. All right, never mind.
Yeah.
And then I saw the 1,000 followers. I was like, yeah, 1,000 followers. It's like across all platforms, we probably have like 300. It's so much. I did think it may have been a stretch, but I was like, you know what? Whatever. If we make it, we make it. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah. I think you might still do something anyway, though. I think we spoke not on Instagram but on WhatsApp, and he was like, it's really just to get like a push.
Yeah.
Podcast a push, and then
it did increase a little bit, no? Because I saw it went
did.
from
People
60
did
something,
follow.
Instagram followers. I mean YouTube subscribers, and I went to 73 now.
Yeah, people did follow. Like, I'm not gonna say like nothing came
No
out
kind of
of it.
participation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do feel like 1,000 might
It's
be
like
a stretch.
reaching, yeah, more of a
Yeah.
reach.
But I mean, he was on the podcast. He was cool, and I'm like,
Yeah, why not?
why not? You know,
Yeah.
like we just kind of see where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I guess now it's just we're not throwing heat to Sharuka. By the way, we're just saying that
I think we probably
the
need
goal
to
may
slow
have
it
been
down.
a stretch.
Yeah, maybe like 500 or 700. May
Yeah,
have been a little
500 I feel like would have been
more, a little
fine.
more attainable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I just feel like 1,000 would have been like, alright, cool. Let me see.
Yeah.
Like if we do hit it,
we hit it.
we hit it. Like
Big
at
up
least
to
we
all
can say
if-
that we get it. and
Big
we
up
could-
to all if we
Yeah.
with it. But yeah, we haven't officially started, but we had to give the preamble before.
No, I feel like we started already.
Yeah, we have, but
No, he's always building. I feel like a lot of podcasts that I watch, they don't
have an intro.
have an
per se.
intro,
Yeah.
and they always say welcome back to so and so like a minute or two, and I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, I know this is a show,
Yeah, I mean,
but like,
yeah,
thank you for
we here now, but
reminding me.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's the two of us.
Yeah, we didn't have anybody on this week
That's fine.
due to scheduling issues, and but next week we're hoping to have. I don't even know if we want to say. We're
Next week
hoping
we
to have
plan to
somebody
have a
next
guest.
week.
Yeah, we plan to have a guest next
Voice
week.
in a year, by the way. Tell only that now.
I thought it was Cass. Jeez.
It's
I'm not-
Cass?
You said Cass.
I feel like I've been saying voice.
Some big soca artist.
We'll have a
in
big
year.
soca artist within the next 365 days.
Yeah, for sure.
That was about 50 podcasts away.
Yeah. No, because we have two lined up. Two for sure say yes. It's just to find
Who
time.
was the rich person you were talking about?
No, the
The family member?
Yeah, the family member.
Okay.
You know
down
now.
in the East.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I was so confused.
Yeah.
I'm like, what rich person you talking about, buddy?
Yeah, but
I was real bust in my head.
yeah.
But
Um,
I really hope that you're in it. I don't know if you want to scoot back a little bit
we can,
just to see Kia
Okay.
or
just to
Yeah.
make sure. But I don't want to pull the whole deck
It's
down. But it's fine. It's fine,
It's
it's
not
fine.
connected to the camera, so I think it's fine if it moves a little bit.
Yeah.
That's really all I studying. What are you gonna say?
No, I was saying that we have two soca artists. Well, would they count as soca artists? We have two artists for sure lined up
Yeah,
that say yes.
I know of one, but I can't remember the other one.
You didn't say
Right? Okay, don't.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I know the two. I know the two now.
M&G.
One was more,
M&G.
yeah, one was more recent than the other one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I
yeah.
wasn't thinking
But they
about
both,
the more
but they
recent
both
one.
said yes, but it's just to find
When?
time.
Well, no. One could happen a lot sooner than the other.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, well, cool, yeah, I down. And then
Yeah.
it's like,
All right. Whenever you can organize, we go.
this setup must look so mad. Coming from so my dad messaged me. I was like, increase. I'm gonna get a message for you. I was like, bruh, I can't.
It's a track to reach.
I'm like, sir, I don't think we could keep this up for much longer.
No, but we could do something.
Say, boy, you got a nice studio.
It's like,
I was like, yeah,
no.
gonna be paying.
It's like loan.
Going back to the other one, he's like, and then we spoke about an actual place, and I was like, save that for later.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
talking about getting a place for you, what would be like as a future vision for,
the podcast?
The podcast or a productive space for you? What would that look like? Okay, let's go with what would that look like?
Well, it would be 2 rooms. 2 rooms, why? Yeah, 2 rooms.
Okay.
What's a podcast space? Personally, for me, a really good podcast space.
Yeah, some nice
would
couches,
be something
some
that
plants.
Huh?
Some nice couches, some plants.
I don't even talk about that. I leave that for the producer to do them thing. Also, we have a producer now.
I'm going to say I spoke to our newly installed producer.
Yeah, she's unpaid. She ain't paid us for all of it.
She was like, he just asked me. I was like, okay. I was like,
when was that yesterday? I think I told her yesterday though.
Yes, yesterday. She was like, this boy called me. I was like, call you about what? It's like being all your producer. I was like, that was a thing.
Yeah, because I'm like, because I watched the setup by Jay and I was like,
hey, something had to figure out.
We need something aesthetic here, please. I need help. I was like, if you're gonna produce, yeah, sure. But she mentioned it before and I was like, I turned on the idea.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah, nah, I guess.
Come back. It's just like, can you be our
No. I real okay with being wrong, I was just like,
listen, I was wrong.
I was like, I just don't have the mental space to think of
I told her,
where to put things.
I told her, I was like, the 2 of us,
we would be okay with 3 beanbags.
yeah. It's like the 2 of us, something must work.
Yeah.
But some people might have, why?
Yeah. When you're bringing these big artists and things with your little bench and that's so, you see that? Just to get all that talk.
Yeah, but she told me that she did a interior design course thingy. So
yeah, she's
a consultant,
interior designer, as well as she does something. I really don't know.
Yeah, but I only found that out this week. Also,
in the interior design.
Yeah, boy, because I saw Michael saying, "Hey, look at the big consultant." I was like, "Consulting what?"
What do you mean?
Michael, they had posted up a status.
Oh, that was a while ago, though.
But in my head, I was like,
well, that's for her family. They hired her, I guess.
Yeah. But I didn't know it was that. So I only found out it was that this week.
Well, I'm not sure who else she worked with. Like, that wasn't family related. I don't know. But I really feel like I should move this just so that nobody will give me no talk.
It's like, why you gotta be fiddling with the thing so? Yeah. It's cool. Maybe
a little bit more comfortable.
I'm really accepting of criticism, and I feel like some people may be afraid to say something.
This is more comfortable.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like some people may be afraid to say
something. I feel like
something.
it might. Well, whenever your back give way, the seat is here.
Yeah. I'm really accepting of criticism. So if any, it's for the viewers. So wherever they think could be.
People cooking up all your foot too much. And
I think we'll make some changes just to make it easier on people's eyeballs over time. But
right, I was gonna say the podcast setup was
Just a nice podcast space, yeah.
Yeah, it would be because I would want like a photo studio where I could do shoots. So you see like how Scott has his space?
Yeah.
Maybe something but a little bit wider.
Not narrow.
You know, like how he has his staircase?
Yeah, no, once
So
it's narrow for him.
Yeah. So his shooting area is one space and then his just kind of
Wake
like a
area.
L.
Yeah, his wake
Instead
area.
of it being like a L, it'd be like a bigger box.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be a studio space, so that way I could have my setup
Yeah.
for. Well, I would really want 2 setups
Mm-hmm.
in that room.
Okay.
One for work, one for play.
Mm-hmm.
Money nice. I don't play my game.
Okay.
Right, so that would be that. So it would kind of like be like Scott. Yeah, I haven't been to Brunton, so I can't
Mm-mm.
reference Brunton.
Yeah.
Brunton, I feel like is definitely a better space. Like if I were to, so it's kind of like a loft. So
Okay.
imagine one long shooting space,
Mm-hmm.
and it's wide too, and then there's a space on top
Okay.
where you could go up to,
Yeah.
sit down, do work, whatever, and kind of watch over. You could even shoot from there because there's like a window cut out.
Okay. So if
Right.
you want to do some like top
I
down
may
stuff.
prefer that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. But I find like that might be a little niche case in terms of finding somewhere like that.
Build it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say the only other thing is to build something like that.
Yeah, because that way, if I'm renting out a space, I could see,
You-
and I'm
you can
there, I
recoup
could
the
see,
money.
or even if
Yeah.
I have, even if there's someone assisting, they could see what's going on
From a glance, yeah.
from right there. They could also do their work as well too.
Mm-hmm.
They would have a setup there if you need to do anything on the computer. I also would like to, if I'm doing a studio space, to have a computer there
Mm-hmm.
for people to see their files.
Yeah.
Like-
Okay.
like
so as
if-
they shoot, it's coming up right there.
Some people would have their own computer because the files go straight to the computer.
Yeah, but
That's
basically
okay?
they can plug in and
Yes.
see.
Yeah, so it would just be a case of plug into the computer. I kind of mapped it out in my head a little bit. So you plug it into the computer,
Mm-hmm.
it would save to like an external SSD or something like that, right? So I'm just thinking about transferring the files back because no files saved to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just unplug it and walk away and go back,
Okay.
right? So
Everything is just saving to the
Computer.
external. Okay.
So I'm thinking of, because they also do kind of want to give them back their files and their
Yeah.
SD card and whatnot. So I'm trying to think of like a setup where they could just, if they shoot,
It's saving
Just
to both
up-
places at once.
yeah,
Okay.
save it in both places, and then you go about your day, you have your pictures, and that way you don't really have to worry. You may not have to worry about storage as much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I may just say like, well, work with a hard drive or something,
Yeah, something with space.
you know, so that way, just in case of anything,
You can just transfer everything across.
everything
to the
is
hard
right
drive.
there. You go home with this thing and
Mm-hmm.
you go about your day. So that way you see how the images look. You still have it on a hard drive.
Yeah, and then
I would
you
have
also,
a backup.
and I want to say you also have that back.
I would have my own backup.
Yeah.
So when I, like, you know, that kind of thing, just to make it easy on people, because people lose files, you never know what can happen.
Yeah. SD card.
So that way,
SD
it
card
helps
corrupt and
more
whatnot.
with the client experience of like, okay, if I lose my files,
I know it have a backup.
I know it should have a backup,
Yeah,
because my
boy.
backup could also,
Sometimes things just
Yes.
go wrong.
so that kind of thing. So that would be one space, and then a podcast space, I feel like would be something that could just be left alone, and you take off the lights. You don't have to worry about like
Yeah, having to build back up and
yeah, you
take
would
back
don't have
down.
to worry about build. That's why I said 2 rooms specifically.
Mm.
Even possibly the loft for the
Yeah. Well, if it have a nice couch, something could work.
even possibly the loft for the studio could be a podcast space,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how big. Like if it's like a loft like Jay,
Yeah, it could work.
oh for sure, for sure, that's
Yeah.
more than enough space to have everything could be sectioned off.
Yeah.
Podcast corner, working corner, your little gaming corner. I do want to stream at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for my internet and computer to just
Top
not
lap.
be bad
Yeah.
for the while.
Mm.
So a space like J, I feel like is real nice, but then a downstairs studio space, like literally,
Yeah.
anything
So
exactly like J.
technically, where the kitchen is that be a studio space. So like how you can see from your
Yes.
loft, you can see basically. Okay.
Yes.
I get that.
So like literally like that house, I think.
Okay.
Podcast corner, work corner. Yeah, because his work corner is right as you come up the stair.
Okay. Okay.
So like all of that, I think it's fine. Just take off camera, take off mic. Alright, cool.
Fix some light
Polish
switches.
over it to make sure no dust get on it, and
Turn off the lights.
turn off the lights, and you're safe.
Yeah.
Well, I'll turn off the lights for that section. Then it's now to the work corner,
Yeah. I get that.
and that's it.
I know you said you don't have like, oh, I want to shoot with this person in the future, but do you have instead like concepts that's like a big must shoot concept in your head that is like, I need to, at some point in time, I need to create this in some form or fashion?
Maybe I need to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Concepts are really just around maybe just clothing that I've seen.
Yeah.
That's why I have like a folder of like 90. What is that? My head feels crusty. Yeah, I just see pictures and I'm like, alright, cool. I want to make something like this, but not this.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of showing respect to what has been done, but in my way. I'm getting into looking at older images. I need to get like
the ones with Jordan gave me a sort of
Jordan. Yeah.
I feel like on the weekend, I don't know which era he does music in currently, but basically like the album, which album is that one?
With the old man?
The one before that.
Okay, then you lost me there.
The one with Save Your Tears.
The Starboy one?
No. I have it. Hold on.
Save Your Tears?
Yeah.
All the weekend albums.
I have it on my phone.
Oh, I also have this video on my phone because I
After
saw.
Hours. After Hours had that would you say retro? It has sort of like a retro 80s, 90s vibe. But I know some people be like, that's not 80s, or that's not, like, they're well fixed in what is each era.
You're paying respect to it, but then also doing it in your own style. Cause
so I felt
you can't just copy it outright, and then people going to have more to say.
Yeah. So I felt like the ones with Jordan had that kind of vibe to it. I know I might be wrong, but in terms of like the colors, I feel like
I really didn't plan it.
It just happened that way.
Yeah, I was watching a lighting setup,
and
then he messaged me maybe the week before of wanting to shoot, and I was like, alright, cool.
We could do this.
So I think it's good to have people that you could just test out lighting setups with.
Yeah.
Also my space, I think here might be bigger than, here's not bigger than his room.
It isn't? Oh no. His room is wider. It's a little bit wider.
I'm trying to think
I don't think it's as long. His room isn't as long, but it is wider. It's more square than
no. Here is bigger than his room, yes. Because I'm trying to think of where his cupboards are for his clothes.
Yeah, but it's more square
than his room.
Yeah, but it's more square than rectangle for him.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think even with square footage, it's bigger. If we're counting it. But, I've always had small spaces, and sometimes you don't want the light to be right up on the person's face, and sometimes I may want to make them step back a little further from the background to have the background look a little darker.
Yeah.
And to do that, you also need to move back the light as well too. So it's kind of like space is really an issue, but I try to make it work. Right now, I think I'm just testing out stuff with colors.
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
Really. Yeah. I kind of gotten into like a style, like I always end up on a style of a color.
Is that like for a period of time, or is just it's just something that you add continuously to?
No, I will sit down and edit, and I'm like, I hate this, I hate this, I hate that, And then I do something, I'm like, okay, I like this. And then I compare what I did to like something I posted
And then
already. And
it
I'm
have like a similar vibe to it.
yeah, they're so similar. So I want to
Yeah, that has happened to me. I'm like,
try a little bit more.
that's why for the Jimmy shoot, I tried not to go warm because everything that I already had was
Warm?
and I was like, I'm always doing warm. What can I do that's not warm
Yeah.
that I would like? And
Like
that's why that came out.
Like I want to do something like the picture on the right.
Yeah.
Like things like that. Like it's not, right now I'm trying to get a sharpness and a cleanliness to the images.
Or like when people is like, on your Instagram page, how you just get them pictures?
Yeah, I want somebody to message me and be like, how your pictures will be so sharp? Be like, bye. If I only tell you, you will get vexed, you know?
Yeah, when you had to see like 10 different layers open up and then and
no, it
that's
don't
just
even
one
need to be
folder.
that, but it's just like I just want a real specific look, and I think with the colors I want to be able to just kind of post whatever I want. And like don't feel like I have to stick to a theme. And it happens on accident. I think the Jordan shoot was a good one that was like different.
Yeah. Compared to the rest, white background.
Yeah. I think Camilla too was a good one. Because it's like the background is different. This background was not there.
Okay.
The blue line.
But that was shot here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of it was shot here. But that background was not. I got that from a random, like I looked up blue gradient. And it gave me like a list of them. So I just cut her out from the background. And then I kind of put the colors to look a kind of way where it looks like it was there, like it was put there.
Yeah.
Like naturally. And that was really it.
Okay.
But I think this was a really good shoot.
Yeah. I love the
This
background.
is a shoot with Akila and Jan and for her collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely I'm trying to work on it. I don't work on my retouching a lot though, because I'm watching some pictures and I'm like, will they really allow me to pose this way?
Probably saying the same thing for me because I do the bare minimum in terms of retouching. But
also, I did not know that this picture with Miguel was a square image. I thought it was like a long one because it was meant to be a long image.
Do you crop in from on Lightroom and then post, or do you leave it as a full size image and then whatever Instagram does, it does?
I crop it, I crop it from before.
Okay, 4x5.
Yeah. I know it's possibly not a good thing, like if I have to print it.
Like in my head, I feel as
so
though
it probably is good to leave that space, but then sometimes I really can't be bothered with the extra editing on the corners.
Yeah.
I really am like, if I crop it now, I don't have to edit out all of this. So
I only crop out.
Cool.
I only crop out when I'm done. So I would first crop in when I start. So I know
see how the picture would look.
Yeah, just to see how it would look and what I know not going to be in it, basically.
Yeah.
I edit and then I'm like, okay, I know all of this isn't going to be seen, so it's fine. But I sometimes still would remove some of the stuff as a just in case, because then I know when I go to post, sometimes I'm like, maybe I want it a little higher or maybe a little lower.
Yeah.
It changes. So
I'm watching some pictures on it, like they look so natural, like the skin colors look natural, and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I can't get my colors to just look like actually how this person would have looked like in person. Like this don't look like anything crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it has too much editing on it.
Color wise, yeah.
But I kind of, these days, me personally, I'm sort of like into the cinematic looking pictures.
I have no idea what that means.
I wonder if I can find something. It's like
cinematic image.
Like, you know how, like, take for instance, was a good movie. Like the color grading on the image is like real moody, and let me see if I could find something as close as possible to it.
Cinematic imahe. Like that?
Not quite, but more into those like, I'm trying to,
Like a movie scene?
yeah, like
Okay.
like the pictures just look like
Like a
it,
movie scene.
yeah, it's pulled straight like somebody screenshot a movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
But then
I'm
that's more set design and thing though. That you have
yeah,
to get
but
into.
okay, take for instance like Will's work on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you had to get props and stuff like that. Like nowadays, I'm like, I kind of taken a liking to it in terms of just watching it. I don't know.
When was the last time Will posted
That's a good
something?
question. I don't actually know. But I don't know if I actually want to like shoot something like that at a day, but I really like looking at it at least. I really like looking at it. I feel it. I find
Okay.
it really really
Like
cool.
this, when he was at the river.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That
Like
makes so much
those
sense.
or like even these.
I really didn't like that one. I'm not
Yeah, I
gonna lie.
understand, but
It
in
was
terms
not
of
my favorite.
in terms of this, the like these,
Yeah, those I liked, but
yeah,
that one in particular stood out. I was like,
I don't know.
what is this? Like
Yeah,
you,
no, but I like the vibe of the cinematic vibe that he has to some of his pictures. Yeah, like even like these, there's like a cast of like a movie
I did
set.
want to do something like that though.
Yeah,
Like a older, I have no idea what to call the era. So I don't want to
that
mess it
would
up.
be Victorian-ish.
I don't want to say it, so I don't want to mess it up. That is the whatever. I don't know.
He
I
identified
don't know
that
how
he
to
didn't
talk
know.
earlier.
Okay, and future goals for the clothing brand. Some people. You know what I find funny actually. Before we get into that, some people kind of just like hold their their goals to their chest, like they're playing cards. So it's like, yeah, I can't.
The thing is, I don't know.
What is your opinion of, sharing your goals?
I don't really have business goals. I more have like personal goals in the sense of I would like to be able to afford a house.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to have my own car.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to be able to, let me say, maybe just because we're wilding 3 times out of the year, all right?
Take a trip.
I'd somebody be like, hey, we're going so and so, pack your things,
Yeah.
just because the money is there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, whatever makes that happen,
You would figure out
I
a way.
good with, yeah. But I don't know, I don't like really have a goal for photography. Would just be like getting a studio.
Yeah, just basically
Even if
getting
nobody
bigger
else
clients.
if nobody run our studio, I will have somebody in our studio every day.
Yeah.
I will be saying, hey, Olia, pull through.
Yeah.
Come, let me shoot. Bring some cool clothes. I'll send you home if you don't have cool clothes. I being real serious, because I don't want to waste my time if you bring some lame clothes, it's jeans and
Something.
nah. We come to make something to stand out, and nah. Let me do that. Do something different.
Yeah.
Things like that. So like a studio,
Mm-hmm.
but business goal to say like, all I wanna have
The largest clothing line in the whole career.
picture with. I really don't care about being the largest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that comes with a particular kind of eye
Yeah.
that I'm not sure if I want or ready for.
Mm.
I could just be saying that right now. Same thing with the podcast too. It's kind of like,
You're just doing it.
no, like, we'll push for it. Obviously, we want it to be bigger.
Yeah.
Because the bigger it is, the more people get to learn. The more people learn. The podcast is really about learning.
Then, yeah.
So the more people know about it, the more people are learning at a point in time.
Yeah.
Right? The people that stop in here and be like, hey, I listen to your podcast, really couldn't care for it. It's more of like, you learn something? Alright, cool, let me go.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. My mom was like, it's interesting that people could
Did
make
you see
money.
her comments?
No, I did not know.
Her comments? Comments on YouTube.
I did not
I hope
know
I have
that.
it.
But my mom was like, I really like the fact that Um, what was it she said? I'm trying to not misquote her, but basically, it has some form of substance that you can.
Oh,
Thank you,
hey,
guys.
it likes big up all you.
But yeah, she was basically saying that at least it has some substance. You feel like yes, like casual conversation,
Mm-hmm.
but you think that you feel like you're learning something, or
Yeah.
you're seeing various forms of how people just making money, even though things it may feel as though things aren't. Yes, yeah, that seems like my mom. Yeah.
She said, I love this interview. The content and advice given was great.
Yeah. She was like, it has depth to it, and it's not just conversation about nothing. This one might be a conversation about nothing, but we're talking about goals and aspirations. So,
Yeah.
but I understand that in the sense of like,
I think people like us more than the guests though.
what gives you that impression?
The views. Just
Oh,
the views.
oh, okay. I think
Just
I know
the
which one
views.
you're talking about.
That's all it is.
Okay.
I think our ones. There was one in particular. I'm not sure if it's just because it was the first video.
I think it's just because it was the first video.
Okay.
But we go
Well,
see.
we'll test it out with
could be
this one.
This could be.
Right?
Yeah.
We need to say something crazy in here. That way we could be like.
Could that.
Yeah,
Could
get a
that.
clickbait.
Yeah, in terms of goals, I understand where it's like I don't have any fixed goals in terms of business wise or work wise, but I have goals that I want to achieve, or I know where I want to see myself living, or the kind of lifestyle I want to have living, and doing a particular thing can get me to the point where I can have this lifestyle that I want. So I understand that. Wait, voice crack? Hello?
It's kind of like whoever would want to work with me, I am down to work with. Because I really feel like if I say that I want to work with Marshall, right?
Yeah.
And then we say next year Marshall come and say the most controversial thing ever.
It's like
that is it, boy. In my shoot, I can't shoot with Marshall anymore.
Yeah.
Or even still saying I want to shoot with so and so.
Yeah.
Marshall again, right? But the real men don't like Marshall head, so they not gonna mess with me now.
Yeah.
Because Marshall
Just
is my
because they're
goal.
affiliated. Yeah.
Yeah, and I that's why I tweeted. Guilty by association is a heck of a thing.
Yeah.
Because just because you say so and so, or somebody see you with so and so.
Yeah, just because you was backing somebody at a point in time, or even now.
So I'm just like, bye. I just cool with the real people. If they come and say something crazy, well, bye. I know what I want. But
yeah. Yeah. I understand that.
So that's what it really is.
Okay.
I'm not trying to hold on to like a particular person or a particular company and be like, oh, I would love to. I mean, obviously, a lot of people, I would like to work with a lot of bigger companies and whatnot.
But for you, it's more like
not even just for the money, but more just I'm able to produce a bigger production. Like I could work with a bigger production.
So would you say that for you, it's more of like
I guess that's a goal, just to do a high production shoot with like 10 people. 10 people just there on a set.
Yeah.
I know what their job is.
They just do it.
But I know that I have 10 people on a set doing something.
Yeah.
I can be like, hey, fix that light. Yeah, alright, cool. I don't have to go and do it myself.
Yeah.
I
understand.
That kind of thing.
Okay. Do you... How do I ask this way? Is it for you more of like it would be nice, but it doesn't have to be?
Yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah.
A lot of things would be nice.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, if it don't happen, I can't hold on to the idea of this thing. Because if it doesn't happen, or if it doesn't happen for... Let's say I want something to happen in 2 years, and it doesn't happen for 4 years, and it was meant to happen in the 5th year, I might start to feel like, but this thing never going to happen. You know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah. Keep the
And I started to doubt myself, and I might just drop it. So I just feel like I will work at whatever I'm doing as hard as possible, and if I don't like it anymore,
you move on to
I am okay to drop it. You know, people are allowed to change their minds and to do things differently.
Yeah.
But I feel like as long as the drive is there, I will work at it. I know photography is something I will work at until I die. Clothing is something I'll do until I die.
Nice. Clip that, man. Clip that. Yeah.
Graphic design, I would also do.
Would you also
it may not be as much as photography. I feel like I'm able to produce photos a lot faster than graphics, even though I don't need another person for a graphic.
For graphics, right? Where do you get your pictures from that you turn into graphics, if that makes sense?
Pictures from that I turn into graphics.
I don't
Could
know
show you
what's
my
the question.
page, and then you could like kind of
Point out, so to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like a little lost.
Okay. Let's see.
And if I could draw, but you have a drawing tab, like a drawing app?
The closest thing I have is probably notes.
Oh,
where
you
you
have
could
like
stencil. Yeah.
I thought you had a drawing app.
I probably should. Wait, this is the
That's the design
wallpaper.
page.
No, this is the that.
What?
Is that this?
No.
No? It
No.
looks really similar. Yeah.
It looks like it, but it's...
I saw, okay.
Nah,
Okay.
let me see it one more time.
Like this kind of...
Mm,
It isn't in the same order, but...
I could see where you're coming from, but it's not.
Okay.
Nah, it's not the same wallpaper at all.
Okay, take for instance this, right? Where would you have gotten...
Okay, so he's talking about the Porsche image. That's on my graphic page. It's called Envision Studios.
Number? Code number?
Code number?
I would just call it the date number as the code.
Right, number 265.
Okay.
I
feel like you should just name them that, like, you know?
Right, so this came from...
26521?
Sorry?
That 265... Wait.
265 is the name of the design.
Okay, 26521. Is it 2021? Yeah.
Well, I didn't feel like I needed to post the date because
No, well, I didn't know if this
there's only
year,
1265.
No, but in terms of like, I didn't know if you would have done over another challenge this
Nah,
year.
well,
So
you
in
know,
my
by
head,
that year was crazy.
it's like every single day.
Well,
I know you would have maybe done it in like batches.
Missed a day.
But you
No, I
made
didn't
back
do it
up.
in batches.
No, well, if you missed a day, you wouldn't have done like 2 in that day.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I meant.
Oh, so you mean like batches like for the
no,
week?
Like, no. To sit down for how much I was pumping out
Big
that.
man thing, yeah.
I feel like creatively that would
Nah, it was real draining.
drain it. Yeah.
Like my brain every day was like, dog, what am I gonna make today?
I remember you
And
coming
I'm like
up in
the
car.
middle of doing something. I'm like, dog, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I remember the one that you did.
But yeah,
Yeah.
essentially just I wish I changed the color of this font and made it white.
Mm-hmm.
But I look up like a Porsche, find the model and find like a, oh gosh, how would you put it? For this one, I looked up like a stock image essentially, because they was always have front, side, back, maybe like a top view. So you take the side view,
Wait.
cut out the background.
So you would stock images. I know some space.
I was just Googling, no.
Oh, and just like, well,
Yeah.
Google.
Some
But
have
do
been
you look at
Google.
the
A lot of it would be
resolution?
on, huh?
Do you look at the resolution? Does the resolution have?
Don't
So
matter.
how you get it so crisp? Because like I've tried.
Is this how it came?
I feel like just probably looking in the wrong spaces.
Oh, okay. So like if you're in Google,
Yeah.
okay. So well, this is the trick. If you're in Google, it tells you the resolution at the side when you
Yeah.
click on one.
Yeah.
If you're looking in Pinterest, like I might do sometimes, a lot of the pictures came from Pinterest and I like warp it.
Warp it and You just use the warp tool.
Yeah, like I might just change the colors. I might do something else different. It wouldn't be its original image, right? So you would go in Pinterest, and like it open up an image in a new tab.
Mm-hmm.
When you open it up in a new tab, if the top and bottom corners, like here and here, are not touching, I don't use it. Because sometimes it may be, let's say this is the whole screen, right?
Yeah.
The image might just be like that. Or it might
too small.
It might be, yeah. So if it's not touching, I'm most likely not going to use it unless I really want to use the image.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
To an extent.
Okay, so if the screen is your iPad, and the image is this,
and it's not fitting the full screen.
If it's not touching here and here, I don't use it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were meaning like top and bottom.
Well, either way,
it could be. Once it doesn't fit.
If it's not
touching,
if it's a long image, if it's not touching the two ends.
Okay, so basically, once it doesn't touch the bezels or the screen, you don't use it.
Yeah, most likely I'm not using it unless it's like a real particular thing I'm looking for.
Okay.
That I'm not finding.
It's just the retention of quality because I've taken a jab at it. I'm like, all right, this looking real poor. This isn't for me. I've always been curious about how you retain the quality.
But also some things are done to degrade the quality to it. So that you can add a film texture.
Mm-hmm. You can purposely,
and it don't look as bad.
Yeah, no, you can purposely, reduce the quality of an image, but it's style. That's the style that you're going for. But no, I'm telling you this. No, it was just bad. It was just bad, and I was like, yeah, this isn't.
Yeah, I feel like more time for some of them was spent like looking for a good image on some things, and sometimes there's like, all right, cool, I have everything here. Now, how do I just make it look good? That kind of thing. Okay. Some of them are like, I look at it now, I'm like, I could have changed a lot about it. Some of them I'm like, I was kind of onto something here.
Do you go back to old photos?
No. That is a depressive
like
state that you'll never get out of. That is not.
So
like, you mean like an old image that I would have posted?
Yeah, like you see it and it's like, let me see what I would edit it over into.
Okay, I'm actually saying no, but strictly because I never had storage on my computer.
Oh,
so I would delete them. Yeah. As a shoot done, I'd you save it, gone.
Yeah.
Them raw photos gone. You can get the finals,
but
because it's like 1/4 of the size. But other than that, them raw images gone. Don't ask me for no more. Don't ask me for it. I could get you can't.
It's gone.
You cannot.
Gone. I think I'm a data hoarder, to be honest.
Well, I'm doing it now because of the hard drive. So just in case. But some shoots I'm like, yeah, but this could go. This thing taking up a good 20 gigs.
No.
I know I'm never going to go back to this. Okay. Like some things you just know you're never going to go back to. I'm like, I'm never going to go back to this. This could go.
No, that's when we interviewed Karine, all of a sudden I'm like, somebody invite me to a party to shoot now. Gosh, I don't want to go no fat
boat, right?
Thing. Yeah, no, I don't mind. I don't. Let me hold that. I don't know if I want to say I want to shoot a boat ride because I too am one.
What is it people would like in a ton of images and not following your buy?
Boat.
Buy?
Oh, right. My phone with Instagram across.
Buy?
I see some people liking.
Let me get into the things.
I see some people real liking up my pictures. And not
you
following
go like 1, 2, 3. You go like 5 pictures and not follow me, buy?
Why? Somebody liked my pictures.
Alright, I just put in my face.
And
no, I take that back. I feel like somebody might just want to and just.
It's like, well, you said it. You said it.
Buy that. Oh, what is your thoughts on Instagram?
Watch. Look.
On
this,
filters.
Well, I felt like this, like when I saw this, you see this right here? I was like, scammer? Instantly, I was like, scammer?
Oh, no, they follow back.
Oh, they actually follow. Okay, even. Okay.
Okay, also, who uses Instagram on their
Because Instagram
Safari?
Because Instagram for iPad is worse. When I tell you, they basically take an iPhone screen.
Oh, you have edges, you have black edges.
Yeah, so like quite literally just the width of the navigation bar here.
Yeah.
Go straight up is the Instagram. and then both sides is just black edges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's
Go back like that.
yeah.
Okay, well that make more sense.
Yeah, so I prefer to use it here. I mean, I'm not posting anything.
I mean,
So you could? Or you can.
You can do a story.
No, I can't do stories. I can watch stories, but I can't post.
Okay, well
But
then
I
that's
can-
fine.
But yeah,
What the hell?
I'm not using Instagram stories like that.
Okay.
So yeah, this person, like I think it was today or yesterday. So it should be at the top. Yeah, this person.
Okay, I could allow 2, but don't tell me 5.
Okay.
Don't tell me 5. 5
No, but
is
it's still kind of.
that
I
is
was like,
basically 2 rules by now.
in my head, if you like more than one, it wasn't on the explore page.
Nah. If you like more than one and it wasn't on the explore page, so they still
which
follow.
means you come onto my profile.
I can allow 2. I
You
think
can allow 2.
3 and up is when you start to be like, you take your good time to
Yours
like a
looking
whole
true.
row.
Yours looking true.
Nah, forget that.
Okay.
Don't do me that at all.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what's your thoughts on filters? Like, you know, you could buy filters like photographers on YouTube tell you like, hey, buy my filter on my presets.
Okay, presets.
Yeah.
I
feel like I have a real hot thing to say on it.
I don't mind them as like a starting point,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's a need. Does that make sense?
That's the same thing I was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it just to see how things operate.
Yeah.
But I feel like a preset, there's limits your growth.
In
the sense of you just going
kind of automatically just click it and then
you're gonna slap a preset on it and you're just gonna be like, all right, cool. Should bring up the contrast a little bit. I should just brighten it up a little bit more. All right, boom. I get it for some things.
Yeah.
It makes the workflow a lot easier. Like
he's thinking. Processing the information.
No, I just know what I'm gonna say is gonna be crazy. Well, not crazy, but
get him.
Nah, okay. So I know a lot of people for weddings, they use some presets, which is okay and fine. And maybe it's just my style. I like things to possibly just look a little different.
Yeah.
Like they might have the same kind of edit slightly, but it's still a little bit more different than maybe a
although
preset.
It may be, although they all may be warm, there are various types of warm. Okay.
I feel like you don't really get to push yourself as much because mentally you're just like, oh yeah, just go and slap a little preset on it, and then they can have that wedding image just like a week after.
Yeah.
And you might spend some time retouching, but I don't think a lot of people do that much retouching.
No, because I think wedding pictures you would have very select tight shots.
Some people do it really well though.
Yeah.
But some people also don't. I'm not saying that I am there. By the way, I'm like the greatest wedding photographer. I'm just specifically talking about the presets.
Yeah.
Right? I just feel like it is limits your growth a little bit.
I can understand where you sort of get into I don't know what's the right word. You get into a process of just
it's quick, yeah.
Slide a few sliders and then
and it's basically boom, alright, cool, collect my money.
Yeah.
And I go on, which is all well and fine.
But you're not pushing your boundaries to try to develop something new.
Yeah, because I just be sitting on there for like an hour and something like dog, just looking like everything from before.
You want to know
how do I make this look a little different?
You know,
that's why with that shoot with Jarrell, it's going to be something different for sure.
Does today or
no? I mean, I could pull it up there if you want to see it
afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards I'll pull it up there.
Okay,
and I'll drop in like a little sneak picture, depending on whenever this comes out compared to the pictures.
Yeah. Okay. I what I started doing, like the Adobe presets, if it looks good for practice, I would look at the preset and I'll be like, all right, let me try to edit it to see how close I can get in the sense
to
of
that.
Yeah. So like I would look at the preset, remove the preset just for practice to see what I can do, and then go and look and see which parts I may have missed, so to say.
Yeah.
So just to practice like various vibes, like the Jimmy shoot is a preset that I looked at that it was like really dark. It was a cinematic something. I think it was in Cinematic
I thought I
2.
saved the thing with Jarrell. I don't have it.
Oh, I think it was like Cinematic 2 or something. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
But it was one of the premium presets, and I looked at it. I was like, "This looking cool. All right, let me see if I can get that same sort of vibe from it." If that makes sense. So I understand, and I somewhat agree with it. But in certain instances,
Yeah.
if it's like a time crunch or if it's a lot of photos,
Yeah.
But then you could also then copy and paste also.
I'm okay for specific situations.
Okay.
But I feel like I feel a lot more for weddings, maybe not so much portraits and fashion stuff.
Do you think it's just because of the amount of pictures? But I feel like if you have that amount of pictures,
people can expect wedding images to come out
warm, basically.
No, like in a long time after.
Oh.
Yes, I know a lot of people may be booked up, but there must be like a downtime.
Yeah, like 2 weeks maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of I don't know.
It's only really because I feel like I should have said this earlier.
Right. Say it.
It's only really because everybody then now starts to look the same.
Yeah, I was not about to say.
And that's why I don't like the presets.
I was not about to say. I feel
you have no style now.
Yeah, I feel like
your style can be bought.
A lot of
man's got lost in the sauce.
I feel like now a lot of wedding pictures are all sort of the same vibe.
Yeah, I can't tell who has shot it.
Yeah. Like
at least maybe for me personally, I like to if you line up 10, I could be like, hey, that it's Yaisa. Oh my gosh, Yaisa.
You're supposed to know. I don't know anyone.
I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly. I think it's Yaisa. Y-A-I. Yaisa. Like her own, I don't know why, but it feels different and cleaner to the rest.
Okay.
Like it's still kind of the same edit.
Yeah.
But it's not as intense. It feels maybe a little bit more natural.
Yeah. I feel like
if you were to slap on the filter and then turn it down to like a 20%,
I'm not going to say
35% and do your thing after.
I'm not going to say it has that same warmish vibe that everybody has, but it feels like she slide back.
Yes.
You retract
made it her own thing, which is like, all right, cool. I like this, But then some other times I'm like, dog, you and so on, so looking the same, and this other person looking the same, and I'm like, I want to be able to just everybody
do that,
line you up. I could be like, all right, cool. That's so and so. That's Damien. That's Jerome. I don't know these people. I just call their names. I'm like, all right, cool. That's so and so, cause that's their style.
Yeah.
Like if you line up.
I feel like
what photographers you know?
I know Luigi.
Me, Luigi,
Karine,
Saf. Like if you line it up, you could be like, I know all of them.
Yeah.
Because they're shooting well. One, because of the shooting style.
Yeah, I think all of us that we just called there, we all have our own individual style at this point in time. So I feel like when you see a Luigi shot, it's
it's Luigi.
When you see a Korean shot,
it's her.
Yeah, because she has that kind of warmish, sunsetish vibe. Yeah.
Right, and a lot of
nice twice.
A lot of people they don't have the vibe.
Yeah.
Some just watching it like, dog, I don't know who this is. And the thing is, I think what getting a style now too is when someone does mimic that style, it's like, I know who you're trying to be.
Yeah.
I know who you're trying to be.
I know where you got your inspiration from.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, this ain't who it is.
Anytime I get a inspo, I just had to put it at the bottom. I just had to say, hey, I got this from, like for the one that we did down by Government Plaza with Tia, my friend, with the blues, the kind of top one. Right. At the bottom, I was like, I got this. I got inspiration from staff. All right. I did not get this on my own.
Yeah.
So
that is fine, but it's just like, I don't know. Presets is not. I think I got a preset. I'm not gonna lie. But I got presets just to understand what these sliders is do,
Mm-hmm.
and try to figure out how to manipulate an image just in general. So I'm like, okay, cool. I preset did this, and this.
Yeah.
Okay, let me kind of figure out what each thing does now.
Oh,
And then from there, I'm just applying presets. I'm like, all right, cool. Everything kind of starting to look the same now. Let me do my own thing.
Yeah.
And yes, I would have fallen into a style, but it's also like, I don't figure out.
Where do you get motivation from? Or is it? Because like for
Poverty.
me. Yeah. Because like for me.
That's really it. I really said, I'm watching some of my images and I'm like, I really didn't plan for this thing to be 3 in a row and I don't like it. And I want to take down one.
And black, all black, white, black, white, black,
No,
white.
not that. This is 3 of them full body.
Oh, but I feel like from the time you post a new picture, it's just gonna move out of alignment again.
It's
But it's
always
gonna come
in
back
line.
it's gonna come back into alignment after 2 more pictures.
I'm gonna hide this one. Strictly because I have 2 with her.
Okay.
I'm gonna just archive it. Yes, I know it's a bad thing, but
It's there. We ain't deleted.
yeah,
But
we delete it. What was your question? What were you gonna say?
motivation for shooting, or to constantly be shooting.
Constantly be shooting. It really is. I said that I would. I quit at a lot of things, like real things. I'll just
Yeah.
be like, dog.
All right.
This is-
I'm real tired.
This is not it.
Mhm.
You know. So I felt, at least for photography as well as clothing. Clothing is a different scene
Yeah.
that
How so?
motivates me. I am more operating clothing out of fear. Like when I have a new drop, I'm like, dog.
Or what if it don't sell?
What if it don't sell? I'm still motivated to make designs and things like that.
Yeah.
But I don't post things as much because I'm like, I'm scared of jumping out $1,000 and something and then
You don't get.
I
to
don't
recoup.
make back.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, cool. Now I'm down a bunch of money. You know? Because
And
I feel like
now a
people
whole
think
bunch
that
of
I have a
leftover
ton of
cheese.
money just saved up there. Man's,
Don't get it like that.
as much as Jay been talking, we not up like that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, for photography, it's more of like, all right, cool. I said I wanted to stick with something.
You
Let
enjoy
this
doing
be the
this.
thing that I stick with. Even when I don't enjoy it, I'm still developing the discipline to make it happen. I have real shoots where it's like an hour before, I'm like, dog, here, listen, you could stay home. You could really stay home. And I could be happy right now. I could sleep. But I'm like, all right, cool. I said I would get it done. Let me get it done.
Yeah.
I think that's really it. There's also people that push me as well to do more. So I think the idea of doing more every shoot is good. And it doesn't feel like the same. It feels same, but different. You know, shout out to Celine. I think she has a bag that says that on it.
Because I feel like now, or nowadays, I find it a fight to take pictures, or like,
It's really a discipline.
because like right now I haven't taken a picture in like.
I think that because I know I would do that too. That's why I did not take any pictures for COVID, is because I wasn't feeling to.
Yeah.
But some things is really,
Yeah, I feel like
you just have to push.
Yeah, I feel like I have
and
to
just be
fight
like-
to start back.
It's better to get done than for it to just be prolonging for
Yeah.
2 more months.
Mm-hmm.
So at least I could say, well, all right, I did it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you, okay, so there was a story that I learned last night on TikTok.
Hit them.
It was talking about, there's 2 classes, right? 2 photography classes going on.
Yeah.
Let's say it's 100 people,
Mm-hmm.
split it in 50-50. One class has 3 months to produce one standout image, right?
Okay.
And then the other class has 3 months to produce 100 images, right?
Okay.
And they were talking about how the class that has to produce the one image they're just gonna be thinking of, okay, how could I create this one perfect image? How could I? And you'll just be racking your brain. You may not be shooting
Yeah, you're just
as
trying to
much as
figure
you
out
want. You're
what's
just trying to figure out what is it
yeah
that I could do. Some people may go and shoot a
multiple
lot
pictures
and
and
then
then
pick
pick
one
one.
of the best. But a lot
Yeah,
of people are also just gonna be like, what could the concept be?
yeah.
Like, is this good enough? You know? And then for the group with 100,
You're
they're
just gonna
gonna
be
go
popping
out.
out
They're just gonna be
pictures.
shooting and being like, okay, cool. Oh, you know, I didn't know that this did this. I didn't know that this slider might have did, like if you're editing.
Yeah,
I mean, I know that this did this. You know, I kind of like shooting in the morning time or
yeah.
hard light, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock,
Mhm.
when the sun burning on your back. You see them? You see them heat things these days, boy? Them heat numbers? That's
32?
crazy. The sun hot.
32?
Um,
Yeah, I seen it.
yeah. So they were talking about that, and it's like you get to learn a lot more by just doing more. And they basically said for the group that have to produce the one image, it's paralysis by analysis. So it's like you're overanalyzing how can I make this thing the best, and then you're not doing
anything to make it
So
the
right.
best.
So that's why I'm trying now to do a shoot. I may not have posted, but I think I've done a shoot every week or every other week. Some of them maybe 2 in a week, so it would have made up.
Okay.
So I'm averaging about 1 shoot a week. I'm just right now focusing on doing some graphic work. Then I could feel like I could edit it because it's personal work. I'm getting paid for the graphic work.
Yeah.
So let me handle that out first. Then let me
Go
edit
back to
my
your
pictures.
personal stuff. Yeah.
I may have used it a little. I may have edited them a little bit, but not as much as I like to say. Like, oh, well, this
It's
is a final
completed.
product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have like 3
It's-
sets of pictures that I took 3 months ago.
I just post it and just don't think about it. I have to just like be like, okay, what I could do next. All right, cool. People liking it, but
No, I have
what really is next?
I haven't posted in months. I haven't taken a picture in terms of like for photography wise. Yeah, for photography wise in months also. But hopefully next week, please God, I can do something. I think I'm organized. Not I think by the time this come out, hopefully I would have done it. But I'm organizing with one of my friends to go and take some pictures.
Mm.
So hopefully that comes out. But I feel like I have to do it as a rain, sun, or shine. Rain or sunshine.
How the body get wet?
Sweat, boy. I feel like no matter what, we had to do that because I feel like if I put it off, it's never.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Because it's like
That's why I like
something-
posting. That's why I like as something is done.
Yeah,
I
post it
don't
one
hold back on posting it.
Yeah,
Because
you
I'm like,
can't tell
I
yourself,
have to make
stuff.
something else
Yeah.
now. What
Yeah,
is next?
I understand that. I how you call it?
Also, it helps with when I post something and it's out there, it helps with outreach now.
Yeah.
I'll have to reach out to somebody else and be like,
Like I already shot with you. I can't shoot with you next week.
not even that,
oh.
but a lot of people want images. People may not be able to afford you all the time, but it's just like I reach out and I'm like, hey, you want to shoot? So
And
that
then we
way,
have them.
I guess their audience sees it. But I'm also reaching out to people who I feel like I'll be cool with. You know, I'm not just doing it because of,
Yeah.
hey, well, yeah, I have 5K followers, but I could do it 5K.
Yeah.
People seeing this thing in my life. It's
You're
more of like,
shooting with
all right,
them
I
for
think
them.
you're cool. I feel like I have a good concept to go with you.
Yeah.
Let me do something. Is that sign in it? I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
I saw you look up. So
Oh,
I thought
no,
that there was
I
something
was-
there.
I was thinking. 'cause, like, well, for
But
me,
yeah.
my biggest challenge is that initial reach out. Like I'm quicker to work with one
It's
of my friends
really,
rather than a stranger.
I really thought it was hard. It's
It's not.
really not that
A lot
hard.
of people on Instagram.
Let me tell
just
you what
down
it
to
is.
shoot.
You find one thing to talk about in the sense of, hey, I just happened to see you on my explore page. I really like your style. Let me know if you'll be down to shoot sometime.
Yeah.
I have a free spot next week.
You just
All
leave
right,
it there.
cool. What's
Yeah.
your concept? All right, bam. You already had the concept from before. Even if I'm gonna hit them with everything one time,
Yeah.
sometimes I may not. I
Mhm.
might just be like, hey, I saw you had this. I saw you wore this thing on TikTok. Would you be down to shoot it like professionally? I've done that before. People, I see them post something. I'm like, here, this now. Take that down. let we do something with this.
Yeah.
And then it end up as a shoot. Or I might see them wear something. I'll be like, hey, I really like your style, like that kind of thing. I feel like once you find one common thing, don't make it weird.
Yeah.
You know? Don't want to be like, hey, I really like, oh, you're looking the swim dress or whatever.
Like
You see that? Don't do that. That's kind of weird, you know?
Yeah.
So that's really it. Even with Camilla, right? I was saying about the outreach thing with shoots is because people would message you. Like when you post and they post or they repost it to their story. People that follow them are like, hey, you do a shoot with so and so. I really like it. What's your prices? I think like 3 people messaged me from Camilla's shoot. And I'm like, really?
Papa,
I have one Sunday. What is today? Saturday? Yeah, I have one tomorrow to shoot with the guy. I think it came from Camilla. I could be wrong. But I think the timing of it is just kind of like, it feels like it's her.
Yeah, it's a bit convenient.
Yeah, so I'm just saying it's her. But I think 3 people messaged me. One is confirmed for tomorrow. And that's really it. So I think it helps with that. So just shooting with more people gets your name out there more. Because a lot of shoots in the earlies came from me shooting with Crystal. People would be like, hey, you shoot with Ivy, so that must mean you're cool. Yeah. That kind of thing. Like,
yeah, just the association.
Yeah. So by association, it would get through. Yeah, it would get through with a lot of things. And that's really it.
Some hot takes. Your take on manifestation.
What are you talking about?
I just want to get your hot take on.
Just so?
Yes, just so.
I don't believe in. Okay.
See what I say? Hot takes.
Okay.
I didn't actually think you had a hot take on it, but.
Okay. So the thing is, I did talk to somebody about this. I am 50% in disagreement. Disagreement is a word?
I don't think so.
All right. Strictly because a lot of people say I manifested this thing into my life and did no work and just got lucky.
Like it fell in their lap.
Yeah, I'm okay with manifestation with action.
Yeah.
But manifestation, like, I was watching this guy's vlog. I think I mentioned this story to you. I was watching Mike, you know Logan Paul and Mike and
Malak.
them.
Yeah,
right.
Mike Malak. Yeah.
He has a vlog and they were just going
shift.
about wherever. And a girl was like, oh my gosh, it's so and so. And she was like, her friend was there. She was like, oh my gosh, I manifested this. I'm like, first of all,
hold on, match breaks.
relax yourself, because this was just a right place or right time kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you think it's more of like, pray to God and then go out and do the week?
Yeah, like, you work for it. There's some things where it's literally, a lot of things are just luck based.
Happenstance, yeah.
What?
Happenstance.
I don't know what happening and where they're standing, but they could stay there. Right?
Yeah.
But a lot of things are just luck. I think even with businesses as well too. There's a lot of books. Not a lot of books. There are books, and I just happened to see a YouTube video, or maybe 2 or 3, where they were like, a lot of businesses were just based on luck. Because it is. Same thing with, if you look at it analytically, McDonald's was here before.
Yeah,
but they failed.
Yeah.
Why? Because the market wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
Now we are. How could you know that? By just chancing it and a risk. Same thing with Facebook and Amazon and them places.
Yeah.
If them things came out later
it didn't work
or maybe
now.
earlier, it may not have worked out.
It's like, who so happens to think that writing people's name wrong despite turns into promotion?
Yeah. So it's like, it's a lot of luck that comes into it.
Yeah.
And I think that constantly working at it. I tweeted this, I think. No, I didn't. Did I tweet it? I made a post on LinkedIn because I'm a LinkedIner now.
I didn't know that the name.
No, it doesn't. I just made that up.
Just made that. Okay.
Doing freelancing or businesses, it's kind of like playing the lotto, but in a good way. I know a lot of like negative things come from Lotto after you win.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, you know, that NLCB is like, there was an ad that said, you don't have a chance if you don't have a ticket.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can't win Lotto if you didn't take a chance to get the numbers, whatever. So it's kind of like with photography, with anything that you're doing.
Totally the same thing.
If you're always doing it, you always have a chance to be put on at any point. But if you're not, then it's like nobody's going to know you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, they're not just going to be like, well, let me just ignore all these people. But this man who in post in 4 years, yeah, come true. Or this man who we haven't seen him do anything in 4 years, yeah, come true.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to look at the people that are always doing something because they're going to know that you're pushing as well, too.
Yeah.
To make it happen.
I get that.
That's kind of how I see it. So that's why also I'm pushing for photography as much now than before. Is because I'm like, I would like the chance just for somebody to be like, hey, you want to work for so-and-so? Or we have a job for you.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Only very few people could do that though, eh? Like, kind of work in silence.
Oh, yeah. It's
and,
like you're not seeing anything from
you're
them.
Not seeing anything, but like Michael.
Yeah.
Man don't talk nowhere, but he's just home working hard every day, whole day.
Yes.
Like that kind of thing. But the thing is, he is also working.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you had to be working to be.
Yeah, he's
some
working.
People just say things.
Yeah, he may not be showing it.
Yeah.
To every single person.
Some people just be saying things. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. But then they don't
never make anything out of it.
Because planning is really easy to do. Listen, TikTok is an amazing app. It teaches you so much at like 1 a.m. It's like he was talking about working out. He's like, the guy was like, I'm fat. I just saying this from the video. I know I could get using that F word. The guy was like, well, I'm fat. I want to get like you. And he was like, are you ready to work out every day? And he's like, every day? He's like, what do you mean by every day? He's like, 365 days. That kind of thing. He's like, well, I was planning to start next week. And I was like, all right, well, you keep on planning. Planning is really easy to do. Well, I plan to be the richest man. I plan to end world hunger. I plan to do that. I plan to do this. And he's like, well, you okay with being fat for next week? You're okay with being looking like that for next 7 days? That kind of thing. I forgot my point. What was the question?
Manifestation.
Right. A lot of it is just about planning and not actually doing anything. That was just a long point.
Yeah, but I think it dropped some gems in there. What is something that you think is not so controversial, but you think that people may think is controversial? It could be the simplest thing.
Stew chicken is probably the worst thing ever created by human beings. That is really it. Stew chicken is possibly the worst thing. And you can't change my mind about it.
What about it?
No, it's just nasty.
You don't like the taste?
I have no idea what it is. It's just nasty. That's it. Do you have any hot takes? Do you want to carry on the podcast anymore?
I don't think I have any hot takes. I think I'm just a go with the flow person. If that makes sense.
Well, me too. But maybe I just don't think about things as much as you do. I would just say it like I'm like, okay, maybe I could have said that a little better, but it's out in the world now.
Yeah, I think I'm more.
Do what you will be dying for.
I guess I'm more calculating with.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, cool. If I feel like it should be said now, I'll say it now.
It's like out there.
Sometimes I'm like, I really want to say something, but I know if I say this, the attention goes from okay. Yeah.
No,
not to say like anything crazy. Yeah, I don't want to say like. I guess we know the crazy stuff, but it's just like.
Yeah, think that
I know a lot of people may not agree. Maybe at the point in time, like with my whole stew chicken, like when I say things like that, I just mean like it's dumb things, nothing of importance.
Yeah, it's not something.
Like this is not like a.
It's not like it's gonna.
Women should be in the kitchen kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is like pineapples don't belong on pizza kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with it, but I'm just using it as a reference of
some
like
people
that.
would die hard for it, but for you it's not that deep.
Yeah, it's like
Well, in terms, okay,
like I'm
fine,
okay with my mind being changed on it.
Yes, let me rephrase that. It's like you can say that, but it's not a world-ending.
Yeah, it's not a world-ending thing. I'm not just.
It's like, all right, I don't agree with you, but
Yeah.
we could go on next day as friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really it. Yeah.
I think that's conversation for today.
Yeah, that was it. Please go and follow us on all.
Yeah, we need some help.
No, well, why do I always forget this? I was supposed to talk about the giveaway again. We have a giveaway going on if you made it this far with Chiruk. We're doing a complimentary app that Jay, I think he said complimentary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a complimentary app. Just follow us on all our socials, Instagram, YouTube, no Twitter, but we have TikTok.
Yes.
And get us to 1K followers. And that's about it.
By the end of the month.
Huh?
By the end of the month.
By the 22nd.
22nd.
Of next month.
Oh,
July, yeah.
I figured that was July, but
I think we posted like real early in the month. I could be wrong.
Hey, that week before the 15th, we had a pump out some videos, but not pump out.
But you leaving next month on the 15th?
Boy, no tickets and book yet, but.
Oh, but you're planning for the 15th.
I would like to go on the 15th. How about that?
But how long are you going for?
A month.
So then that's just 4 videos.
4 videos, yeah.
Yeah, we could get 2 videos a week.
Yeah.
Until then, maybe. I think that's enough, right?
I think we can organize for 2 people a week, yeah.
Yeah. Jarrell said he's, sarcastic. Said he's down to be back on.
Yeah.
Because he has a whole music thing going on and all of that. Well, we never got into it.
Yeah.
So, even Corey as well, too, because we end up talking about
his socks business, but he also does photography.
Yeah. So, I think maybe we just mix the both as best as possible. Like, for next people that like, oh, I didn't know you'd also do this. I think Sharuk was a good blend.
Yeah.
Of, like, apps, his investing thing, and then the restaurant stuff.
Yeah, because I think the people that, I feel like we have to do, like, a follow-up for the people that we did first.
Yeah.
Without the video.
So we could organize that and kind of get into more people. Yeah. From there.
So we can have some old.
We'd love to do some artists though.
Yeah.
I feel like artists have a particular story.
Yeah, that
a lot of people
don't
could kind of relate.
Yeah,
they don't get to share.
Yeah, they don't get
a lot of people could relate
the period of time to share because it's mostly anytime they're
seeing them, there's a new song.
Yeah, it's to promote. I'm not about to say it's to promote.
Yeah. So I think that artists are really good. I would love to see some of the businessmen that Malik have too.
Yeah.
But I know that their schedule may be a lot more hectic.
Yeah, and then
because we talk about M's.
Yeah, I know what to say. Yeah. And then the figures that they probably week in is like a lot of dancing around. Yeah. What can we ask? What can we do? Can't we not ask?
Honestly, I feel like depending on the right person, you could get them.
But I know what to say. I feel like after the car meet, when we go to the car meet.
Oh, did he tell you when it is?
When or what?
Did he tell you when it is?
No, he didn't tell
Okay.
me. But I feel like for the car meets.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to everybody.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what to say for the car meets. We will organize.
I would love to talk to the Odell guy too of why he went from photography to phones. Yeah. That makes no sense to me.
It's like a kind of...
That's real left field, dog.
Yeah.
But
and we could also message Shania.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I asked our mutual friend.
Okay.
And I was told that she may or may not be on board with it. Well, I was told that she normally doesn't do stuff like that. But I only asked because I did see her on one before. So we'll see how it goes. I'll reach out. At this point, that is really it.
We got people. Anyways, thank you for listening.
We'll see you all next week with our guest.
Somebody.
We need an intro song. Banana, 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 ready do.